Israel emerged in 1948, surrounded by hostile neighbors and forged in conflict. The Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, became the backbone of the new state, tasked with ensuring survival against overwhelming odds. Lacking a formal army, early Israelis relied on paramilitary groups like the Haganah, fighting with resolve and necessity. The 1948 Arab-Israeli War set the tone. Israel would have to innovate, adapt, and maintain a qualitative edge to survive. Mandatory military service for men and women created a nation in arms, uniting citizens through shared responsibility. The IDF became more than an army. It was a national institution, integrating diverse backgrounds into a cohesive force. Early struggles taught Israel the value of self-reliance, intelligence, and deterrence. With no strategic depth, Israel knew it could not afford to lose a single war. Its military posture became one of overwhelming strength and preemptive action. Superior air power and intelligence networks became central to its doctrine. The fortress nation was built on unity, innovation, and the constant threat of annihilation. Israel's military identity was forged brick by brick in the crucible of survival. Israel's War of Independence saw it outnumbered and outgunned, yet the IDF halted and pushed back invading Arab armies. Victory in 1949 expanded Israel's territory but deepened regional hostility. The 1956 Suez Crisis tested Israel's reach, as it swiftly captured the Sinai with British and French support. International pressure forced withdrawal, but Israel secured key objectives and a UN buffer. These early wars cemented the IDF's core doctrines: preemption, combined arms, and air dominance. Israel invested in modern weaponry and refined its reserve system for rapid mobilization. Intelligence services expanded, becoming vital to national security. The experience of constant threat fostered a culture of readiness and innovation. Israel's survival depended on decisive action and military superiority. Each conflict made the nation stronger and more resilient. The lessons of these wars shaped Israel's future strategy. The fire of conflict forged a determined, adaptable military power. In 1967, surrounded by hostile armies, Israel faced existential danger. With a preemptive airstrike, the IDF destroyed Egypt's air force in hours, gaining total air supremacy. Ground forces surged into the Sinai while battles erupted on the West Bank and Golan Heights. In 6 days, Israel tripled its territory, capturing the Sinai, Gaza, West Bank, and Golan Heights. Jerusalem's old city returned to Jewish control for the first time in centuries. The Six-Day War was a stunning military triumph, cementing Israel's reputation for bold strategy and technological edge. The victory brought euphoria but also new challenges. Israel now governed a large Palestinian population. Strategic depth was gained, but the seeds of future conflict were sown. The IDF's image as an unstoppable force was solidified. Yet the aftermath introduced complex political and demographic dilemmas. The 1967 war redefined the region and Israel's place within it. Triumph came with consequences that would echo for generations. The 1973 Yom Kippur War shattered Israel's sense of invincibility. Egypt and Syria's surprise attack caught the IDF off guard, leading to heavy losses. Rapid mobilization and U.S. support helped Israel recover, turning the tide with daring counterattacks. The war ended in military victory but exposed vulnerabilities and the high cost of complacency. It led to peace with Egypt but reinforced the need for intelligence and preparedness. In the 1980s, Israel faced new threats from non-state actors. The 1982 Lebanon War targeted the PLO but led to a protracted occupation and the rise of Hezbollah. Israel now confronted guerrilla warfare in urban and mountainous terrain. The battlefield had changed, demanding new tactics and strategies. Iran's 1979 revolution transformed it into Israel's most determined adversary. Iran adopted asymmetric warfare, building a network of proxies like Hezbollah, armed with rockets and missiles. These groups, supported by Iran, created a persistent threat on Israel's borders. In Gaza, Iran backs Islamic Jihad and Hamas, fueling repeated rocket conflicts. Iran's influence extends through Syria, Iraq, and Yemen, encircling Israel with hostile forces. Israel faces a complex multi-front conflict against non-state actors embedded in civilian populations. The IDF has adapted with new urban warfare tactics and advanced missile defense. The rivalry with Iran is a long, grinding struggle for influence and survival. Israel's security now depends on countering a patient, low-cost proxy strategy. Israel's security relies on a technological edge, world-class defense industries, and innovations like Iron Dome. The IDF leads in offensive tech, drones, and electronic warfare, while intelligence agencies provide global reach and early warnings. Covert operations, cyber attacks, and targeted strikes define Israel's shadow war with Iran. The U.S. alliance is Israel's strategic backbone, providing advanced weaponry, military aid, and diplomatic support. This partnership ensures Israel's qualitative edge and deterrence. Iran's missile and nuclear programs continue to advance while its proxies remain a potent threat. Israel counters with relentless innovation and intelligence. The conflict is a high-stakes chess match of drones, cyber weapons, and proxy armies. Israel's history is one of military victories against the odds. The question remains, can Iran's patient asymmetric strategy break Israel's winning streak?